4 billion. 4 billion currently. 10 times that number would be what? 40 billion. If I came to you and I said, I wish and I want, and I am purchasing your 10x industry for 10 times its estimated value right now. Whatever it's appraised at, 4 billion, smidge over, smidge under, whatever. But let's just call it 40 billion. And let's say that this person that came up to you and said this craziness does not have this money in their pocket, or what do you call it? Authority, alleged authority to sign off on that kind of thing, or to pony up that kind of money. But anyways, I am here to purchase the 10x industry in its entirety, metaphorically and literally. But first, it'll come together metaphorically, and it'll be done through leverage of multiple industries across the United States and internationally. Okay, having said that, yeah. Now that you've got that notice had been sent in through your salesmen, and I think it's came through your social media. You know how, where you're at, Grant and Elena Cardone, you know how what you become and what you work for and what you're doing and how you live your lives, you can see certain things that other people cannot see. And they know this, and they don't know what it is. All they know, or what they think they know, is that you are the gatekeepers to them getting rich. When in all reality, no, the gates to riches is obviously, every one of those gates, none of them are locked. They're all open. The problem is the person walking through the door. Therefore, the way all those people around you, and have been for years, always, what's the word, stroking your ego, kissing your ass, because they think you're going to open a door for them, or open, when it's inside them. It's their words. It's not external, and you know this. You know this. It comes from inside you. It's your words. It's what you construct with your imagination. It comes from inside you. It comes from in your heart. That's the gatekeeper. Not another person. And yeah, of course, there's other people involved as it happens, but first and foremost, the gatekeeper and the holder of the keys is in fact the person making the pitch. And it is my desire not to be one of those people that cause more problems for you psychologically and emotionally by kissing your ass, because that's what they do on a daily fucking basis. Excuse my French, hang on. That's what they do on a daily fucking basis. And you know what that does to your psyche and your emotions? It's extra weight, unnecessary weight you're packing around on a daily basis. It forces a person to keep their guard up like that. And the more a person has to do something or to hold a posture, it becomes a habit, a rigid habit. So anyways, having said that, y'all can see things that other people can't see from your position. And likewise, I can see things that other people can't see from my position. from the things I've been studying on a daily basis for a very long time. And it turns out that we have a couple of things in common. A couple of things in common would be, it's like IRS thing, and also the thing about, medical things of the mind or whatever. I've heard you say multiple times, when that subject comes up, that you say it's all bullshit. And the fact is a lot of it is. And some of us have studied into it. It's like, what is driving that under that? What is it? What is that that we can't see? What is it that we don't see? And why don't we see it? And what are the mechanisms that make us to where we can't see it or won't see it? Well, here's one answer. One answer is our brains burn a lot of fuel. They burn a lot of calories. Our brain inside our head burns more fuel than our muscles and everything. It is an energy-eating son of a bitch. And therefore, it tries to conserve energy. What's it do? It's like thinking thoughts and using our imagination burns fuel quickly. The more we can go on autopilot, the more it conserves energy. That's what it tries to do. Okay, now having said that, knowing that our brains are that way, it'll grab the first most likely answer to something that seems good enough, and then this thinking shuts off. It does it automatically. See, to go in deeper levels to see why something is, to look at something, whatever the subject is, to figure out the why is it being that way, or why is it happening that way. And then it's like, once you find that why, step down below, what's propelling that why? And then when you get that why, dig even deeper. Okay, now that we know that this why is propelling that why, and then go down even further. Why is that? Why is that way? Why is it happening? What is it really? And then once you find that, and you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's work. It's like to flesh out a certain thought can take days, weeks, months. Pen and paper every day, keeping a pen and paper on you every day, not knowing when your answer is going to come, not knowing when it's going to come when you're in the damn shower. You need to tumble out of the damn shower, dry your hands off real quick, and put the pen to the paper. You don't know if it's going to happen in the middle of the night. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night, you freaking jump up and you put the pen to the paper. Because see, those thoughts and those answers that come to those kind of things in our mind, it's like they're like a puff of smoke. It's like poof, there it is. You can see it real good. Poof, it's gone real quick. So it's like when it poofs and you what you think might think that you're seeing, that needs to be written down immediately, quickly, without hesitation. That's what I'm talking about. And most people do not have the time to do this or even thinking about that. The reason being because our mind is trying to consume or conserve fuel. That's our weak spot, or a weak spot. Having said that, being, doing, having. I like that, and I like it quite well. I've actually incorporated it into my journaling and my habits, because it's like it was already what I was doing, but you all fleshed it out for me. It's like, bam, there it is. It's like, that's already a mindset I've been working on for the past 7 years, every freaking day, and analyzing it, taking notes on it, taking data on it, and finding all the leverage points of the mind, the subconscious places. Those subconscious places are the places that's under our conscious mind. That means it's under conscious level. We're not conscious of it. It has to be dug for, hunted for, excavated. And right now, where we're at in our lives, your lives, everyone's lives. We're at a place of a human evolution. We can either evolve into a new species of humanoids, and yeah, it would be difficult because it's like we are generationally addicted to dumbing each other down, culturing each other to be less than, deliberately teaching each other stupid shit to make us think stupid, and therefore being able to walk across the top of their heads. We're addicted to that. We're addicted to that in our relationships and our friendships. It's like we've been cultured that way. It's a step above animalistic being with intelligence, but yet it's still a turnoff to me. It's still a turnoff to a lot of people, and they don't even know that's what's turning them off. And the fact is deep down, we all know we can evolve into a higher level. And a person would think, well, it's like the way we know our money turns. It's like we got to have these levels of perception in order to make that monetary system work. And I would say that's absolutely true, 100% fact. Looking at it from that perception, looking at it through those lenses. Anyways, I'm basically here to tell you I am Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone's bird dog. What's a bird dog do? A bird dog has keen senses that helps his hunter. A bird dog is a thoroughbred. He or she has the ability to run through brush and have a fun time running through the thorns and the thickets. It doesn't even hurt the dog, where other people, they cannot do that, or other kinds of dogs can't do that. And they have an uncanny way of zooming right up in on the prey and pointing straight at it and stopping and freezing and holding that ground until its master can come up behind it with the gun and give him the command, and then he makes the birds or rabbits or whatever it is fly out of the bush. Bam. Score. It's a team effort. Sam Walton had a guy that he called his bird dog. Same principle. But the only difference is Sam Walton and them, they weren't at this place that we're at right here, right now. So what I propose, and we all know that to change environments is to change points of view. It's like if I came down there to Miami, and let's say you all housed me up in like a little apartment or something right there, and I was walking amongst the 10X Industries and stuff like that, and you giving me tours and stuff like that. See, that would potentially mess up what I'm looking at and how I'm looking at it. And no, that's not a cop-out just because I'm scared of change. And yes, I am scared of change, but I'm scared of this fact. To get caught up in all that bling and blang and all that glam and all that shiny shit and all that rich stuff. And that stuff is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even saying nothing bad about it. But I'm saying from this point of view, the things that are driving me, I know the things that are driving me. There's childhood factors that I've gone through that are driving me. There's teenage factors that are driving me in my subconscious, and I know those things are driving me. And also the drive that I'm doing and the work that I'm doing and where I'm at and the mindsets I'm using and what I'm doing and how I'm putting that mindset of the Walmart legacy, tying into this legacy to tie it into another legacy, into a human evolution legacy. You see, Grant Cardone, what I see right now, your two biggest problems. Your two biggest problems. One is the environment you're in. It's really weighing you down psychologically and emotionally by having to have your guard up every frickin' day, being around people trying to be up you and Elena's ass every frickin' day, trying to kiss your ass and stroke your ego. See, that puts so much extra weight on your ability to have more vision, to see past where you're at and to look into your children's lives and what your children's lives would be like when they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, when you're dead and long and gone and you've left a legacy for your children and your children's children. See, for you to have that mind power to be looking into those things and to be working those things out and pondering those things, it's not there. You can't do it from the point you're in. You're in the middle of it. That type of visionary mind power is not going to happen. It is not happening for neither one of you. You can't. You can't, because you're being weighed down by all that extra stuff. And from what I'm saying is, where that kind of mind power is like when we first wake up, there's about 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 max, where our mind is very malleable. It's very pliable for creative imagination power. And usually we're not taking that kind of that time. We waste that time on doing all the other things, of being busy, of working out this or fleshing out this, making sure this is working, building this back up, rectifying that situation. That's falling down. Keep that from that falling down. Why'd that fall down? And it's like we keep running our brain on all this, and it keeps us away from that visionary thinking. It's that visionary mindset is what you might need. So, having said that, what I propose is, I have no idea how I would present myself to be part of the company when I am here to buy the company in its entirety. I do accept tips and stuff like that, but you know what? I will create my own wealth. I will create my own leverage. I will create so many angles that money just comes pouring in from so many different ways, because they see what I'm doing and they'll know what I'm doing and they'll know it's right and proper and they'll know it includes everyone, and they know it's not to shun anyone out, no matter what industry they're in. And then when they see this happening in the 10X thing, it's going to cause it to fail, cause it to go bankrupt. I don't know. But this is what I see. I've kind of been stalking you guys for a while. It was I want to say about 3 years ago, I started kind of like looking. It's like who and what really stands out, because it's like I was at a point where it's like I had accumulated a lot of books on sales, marketing, business, you name it. I mean, just tons and tons of shit. Psychological stuff, you name it. Theoretical stuff, metaphysics, money, flows of money, you name it. I mean, I just had a big pile of it. And it's like I had to get off in a jumping place. And it's like, what books really, really mattered? What truly mattered? What were the bare essentials that I would take with me? Like, say, if I had to get in, put a backpack on my back, not a single dollar in my pocket, and take off hiking for a couple thousand miles with no one to go with me, no one to help me, just a backpack on my back, what would the books that I take? And it came down to about 5 books. And not even big, bulky books either. And one of them happened to be your book. And the reason being is because on page 4, third paragraph, the greatest commission of all, true love. Bam. Checkmate. No need to look any further. That's the leverage. That's the play. And it works everywhere and anywhere. Works in all industries, I'm assuming. So I'm just here to give you notice that I am being, doing, and having the bird dog position, the visionary and the bird dog position. You're over there doing what I can't do over here. I'm over here doing what you can't do over there. I would say it's about time we do some business. Look at a couple of things. And you know what really scares me the most? It's not the fear of failing. The most terrifying son of a bitch is the fact that now I know I can attain what I want, and that is, I don't even know what the fuck to think or do at this point. I'm not even shitting you. I'm not even shitting you. I don't know. Am I supposed to be mad? Am I supposed to be sad? Am I supposed to be freaking out? Am I supposed to be calm? I don't know. See, we would think it was fear of failing and not getting what we want or looking like an ass. No, the fear is actually knowing deep down without a shadow of a doubt that you will get what you want, and you are doing, and you can attain it when you reach out for it. That's what I need help with, right there. I don't need help with money. I don't need to come and kiss your ass and stroke your ego and kiss Elena's ass and stroke her ego and all that bullshit. I don't need that. What I need is somebody to help me with that one angle, that one little angle. And since I'm your bird dog, it is your responsibility to help me with that. All right. Having said that, it's 21 minutes, getting into a lot of lottie-dottie-dog, etc., etc. See you real soon. See you in the funny papers.